1 second. All right. Evening, everyone. We are excited. Here we are going live in the group, acquiring the vision, talking about goal setting and goal achieving. Now, reason why we're doing this is we are coming up on the new year. 2020 is the year of vision. So, how do you nail it in 2020? By setting some goals around your vision. Hopefully, you have a vision. If you don't, then you're in the right place because you will acquire your vision eventually if you hang around this group long enough. So, tonight, we have a couple of amazing folks who are going to help me just talk about goal setting and goal achieving. They're going to be real, talk about their own journey, their failures, and successes. So, first, I want to introduce our panelists. First up, we have Medea. And now also, I had everyone pick a theme song. So behind that, they're going to tell about their theme song and why they picked it. Medea.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So my name is Medea. So I'm going to play you my theme song right now. And the name of this song is Level Up by Sierra. And I know you guys know Sierra. So
level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this song be so yummy, all this sounds so yummy. No, you won't.
all right. So
Woo! All right, that got me hyped.
all right. So that was my theme song. And the reason why I chose that song is because it aligns with my vision statement, and my mission, what I want to do in life. And basically, my name is Medea, and I'm a business analyst. And I'm also currently opening my business, and my business name is Level Up Business and Life Coaching Group.
Okay.
So what I do on the business side, I help people who have an idea, or who are thinking about opening something or working for themselves. I help them achieve uh, opening a business. And also, if for existing business, if the business is failing, I help those business owners to recover. And if they recover the business, if they want to sell it, or if they still want to stay in business, I help them make the decision. So basically, I help them level up their business. So that's what I do. And from the life coaching side, I am a dating coach. I'm a life and dating coach. So what I do, I help women, especially, I help everybody, but especially women, to level up in life. And what I mean by level up, I help them with self-confidence, self-worth, self-love, and self-care. I want women to be the best of themselves. And women, I noticed that there is a lot of women struggling with love, relationship, like they are stuck. So that's what I do. I do help them level up in life. So, and my mantra is be the change you want to see in others. So basically that's what I do. Yeah.
All right, that sounds pretty exciting. I know with all that level up energy, you started out as you gonna get these women pumped up and get them right.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Well, glad to have you. Can't wait to hear what you have to share. Now, next up, we got Deborah. Go.
Hi everyone, my name is Deborah. I'm a global influencer. I'm a community development expert. I'm a business consultant, organizational development strategist.
Mm.
Now, what does that all blah 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 means? All those titles. All
Yeah,
I'm saying
blah,
here
blah,
is
break that
that
down.
I'm very passionate about people and ideas. I'm always thinking about how to better myself, how to better my community, how to become financially independent, and how to get to the top. Do you know why? Because the bottom is too crowded.
Ooh-wee.
So, the choice of this song, which title is Hall of Fame, aligns with everything that I am. All the experiences that I've gone through, I've been at the bottom, I've been at the top. And what I've noticed is that there are circumstances where people struggle, and I used to struggle
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have a vision in life.
Mm.
But when you have a vision and you know where you're coming from, you know exactly what you're trying to accomplish, then there is nothing that can stop you. And this is what the song is about. You
Mm.
can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can beat this world, you can get out of the situation that you're in right now. So this is what I am. I bring solutions to people. I help them. I hold their hands. I help them with their businesses, their ideas. And this is why I'm here to talk to you about my experience and
Mm.
everything that helped me be where I am today.
Mm. 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 All right. Well, that's powerful. That's amazing. That's powerful. So I definitely now. Where are you from originally? Tell our audience, our viewers, where you are from.
So I'm originally from Africa. The country is called Togo. I first came to the US in 2004, and I went back to Africa in 2011, and I just came back 3 years ago. And obviously, my accent, I have a background of German, French, and four different African dialects.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. All right, and Medea, where are you from?
Yes, me. I'm also originally from Togo, West Africa, and I came in United States in 2011. So I have now moved. I'm still in United States. It's been like 8 years now. So yeah,
Hmm. Okay,
So you
so
left I mean, you came the year I left, 2011.
yeah, yes.
right. Amazing. Okay, that's good. So I like this because you guys are going to really be able to bring, that perspective from Africa and what you've been through, and to be able to talk about even just the culture of setting goals in Africa, and we can kind of contrast that with goal setting in the US and even in the Black community, because everybody approaches goal setting differently. We can't just assume when, as an African American born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska, that it may be the same as a person who is doing goals and creating goals in Tupelo, Mississippi, or Paris, France, or Frankfurt, Germany. So there's a lot of different perspectives that we can approach this from. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So the first thing I want to ask you both, and we'll start with Medea, is do you believe that goals are a requirement for personal success?
Yes, I do believe so. Goal are really important. Like maybe I'm gonna tell my story. What I did, or because I was struggling too, and what I did, I just created my own vision, and the vision was not the vision alone is not gonna get you anywhere. You have to set goals and take action. Like in those goals, you take action too. So that's the reason why I believe goals are really important to go to the next level.
Right. So, do you think it's possible then to set goals that are not attached to a vision? Just have goals but no vision.
I believe we have to set smart goals. The goal has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be in a timely manner. So I believe the goal, it has to be attached to your vision. That's what I believe it has to, and it has to be also like a smart goal.
Right, right, right. Okay. Deborah, what about you? What do you how do you feel about setting goals? Because I've talked to people, and even we took the poll in the group, we have some people who don't set goals. They just take life as it comes. And so I guess, we can't question whether they're successful because everybody has their own definition of success. However, we do want to recognize that setting some sort of goal causes you to stretch. So what do you think? Is it requirement for personal success?
I believe setting goals is very important. Um, I will not say I've always set goals in life, but growing up, when I was a teenager, I did not set any goals. This is the reason why, because I was um, working in somebody else's goals and vision that they have set for me. And these are my parents.
Mm,
Everything I did when I was growing up, they were telling me, they were guiding me. Do this and do that. Do this by the end of this specific date or this time and whatnot. And then as I was growing up, when I did not set goals or I didn't have any visions, I realized that I was confused all the times.
mm,
I will schedule something to do, or I'll tell myself, okay, tomorrow this is what I'm going to do. But by the end of the day, what I realize is that I end up doing nothing. Those days, those few days or times that I actually accomplished what I said I was going to accomplish, it was by accident or by luck.
wow.
Then I started writing down my ideas and things that I wanted to accomplish.
Up. I think you went on mute.
We cannot hear you though.
So,
Oh yeah.
so I started writing down my vision and my ideas, things that are coming to my mind, things that I wanted to do. I started writing them down.
Hmm.
Then I wrote them down, and then every single day I kept looking at them. And then I was like, okay, I'll work on this tomorrow. I'll work on this next week. And I wasn't getting anywhere. Then I started putting a timeline to the ideas that I had. I'll tell myself, okay, this seems easy. And for this, I may have the resources to be able to accomplish number one.
Hmm.
Then I'll be like, okay, so I guess if I have the resources already and there is no obstacle, I can get this done by tomorrow or
Wow.
within 2 days. And then I started prioritizing my ideas
Mm, mm,
according to the resources that I had and
wow.
according to what I still needed to put together or to acquire before being able to accomplish and realize some of those ideas. So um, I
Mm,
will definitely say that it's very important for personal success to set goals, and visions or goal setting is very much attached to visions.
wow. I have to. You said a lot, but I want to that there was something you said, and I'm going to put that down, and it was um, you set um, you set goals according to resources. Wow, that's good for me. Talk about that a little bit more.
Um, Let me be specific. Like I said in my introduction, I'm a business consultant. I have my own business and I work with people that have ideas and that are trying to accomplish something in life. For instance, I have an idea to start a hair braiding salon. And let's say I still have my 9 to 5 job and um, I live paycheck to paycheck.
Mm,
And I know to in order for that idea to become a business, I need let this is just an example. I need $5,000 and I may need a location and equipment, things to equip my salon. So right now I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I don't have that 5,000 at hand. But
yep.
I may have a chair. I may have a dryer, and I may have some few things that I can take from my home and put in that salon. So I proceed by elimination, right?
Mm,
I already
mm-hmm.
know what I need in order to have that salon. Now, I'm going to put a line, I'm going to check uh, the resources that I already have, meaning I have a chair, I have a mirror, maybe. And then now, after that, what's the next thing that I need? I need to incorporate my business, meaning I already have my business name, and I need to do the legal aspect of my business. And how much does that cost? Let's say $150. So that's next on my list. I
Mm,
know I live paycheck to paycheck, but if I start saving money, maybe $50 per paycheck, I know within 3 paychecks, I'll have that $150. So to set my goal, I'll tell myself, okay, I have a paycheck coming up tomorrow. And then 2 weeks after that, another paycheck, 2 weeks after that, another paycheck. That's 6 weeks time frame.
mm-hmm.
So and let's say um, the 6 weeks time frame falls on December 2nd. That's just an example. So I
Right.
know in order to incorporate my business on December 2nd, I'm going to make that payment of $150 and then have a legal business, the legal formation. So that's how I proceed by the resources that I have and how am I going to get the next resource and how am I going to set a timeline for that to be able to accomplish it. And then after I have that legal formation checked on my list, I move to the next one.
Powerful. So that kind of ties back to what Medea said is if you have a vision that inspires you, that makes you excited, that encourages you, that when you can wake up in the morning and all you see is that vision, when when you're living paycheck to paycheck, and some days you may struggle with trying to hit those goals, that's the only thing you have to do is to lean back on your vision. So that's that relationship of having not just goals,
Right.
but also having a vision, something bigger. Um, Excellent. So next question I want to ask Medea is, what is your definition of success?
Um, my definition is of success is for me is having be happy and be be responsible of your happiness and I will say having like work like have money but um not money like necessarily not money but have like the resources that you can lean on if there is time of struggle or if you are stuck somewhere. For me, that's the definition of success. I know, like
Right.
everybody do not have the same definition of success. For some, it might be get a big job or have open a business, and we do have like different approach of success. So
Right. So, which kind of goes back to without that clarity, without really knowing what success is, how do you know you're successful? How do you know when you hit that mark? How do you know if you're walking in someone else's idea of success and now you're feeling frustrated because that's not even what you think is successful? You know, so we have to have that clear and nailed down because we need a target.
right,
And having a target causes us to stretch. And so that's advancement, that's growth, that's leveling up because we have a goal that's beyond where we're at.
right.
Deborah, what's your definition of success?
Hmm. Um, you're so on point when you said without knowing that goal, the end goal, what you're trying to accomplish, then you're kind of confused. To me, um, success is that end goal, what you're trying to accomplish, um,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that you're aiming for. When you're aiming for something, when you have that vision, when you have um, what motivates you, when you have that thing that is driving you, once you achieve that, then you have your success in life. Now,
We.
most people, it's, I mean, um, when you say success, all of us, even if you don't think that way right now, at some point in your life, you may have thought success has to do with money, being wealthy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, people have their goal. They have, like I said in my introduction, um, it's part of my vision. It's part of my goal to be financially independent. When I become financially independent, since that is part of my goal, then I'm successful.
Mhm.
If my goal is to get married, when I get married, I'm successful.
Mm-hmm.
If my goal is to have a degree, a specific degree, once I achieve that, I become successful.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like what Bob Proctor calls goals, his definition, and he said it's um, the progressive realization of a worthy goal. The
Mm-hmm.
progressive realization. So even for me, what I realized is I failed so many times at my goals. Like I can't even count the number of times. And I used to be frustrated because I couldn't achieve what I was going after. But
Mm-hmm.
having a shift in mind, having vision, now I find excitement just in the progression.
Right.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
woo, I'm working on it. That's
Right.
for
Mm-hmm.
me, that's
Yeah.
amazing because I know where I'm going. I may not hit it, in the time frame that I want to, but to be working on something intentional, man,
Right.
that
Mm-hmm.
changed my life.
Mhm.
Everything has shifted just because of that fact, because I see things differently versus setting a goal and only being focused on achieving it.
Mhm.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
And yeah, that's so on point
Right.
because progress is very important. You know, when that's why it's very important to celebrate milestones. When you
Yes.
have a goal set, when you have a clear objective, something that you're trying to attain,
Mhm.
and as you're leveling up, just like Medea, Medea is
Right.
all about level up. So
Yeah.
as you're leveling up, as you're working on achieving that goal or attaining that objective, every step of the way,
Right.
if you find or meet anything, anyone that is going to help you or is helping you move up, move to the next step in order to achieve your goal, it's
Right.
very important to recognize that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, I want to add, like, being successful is like, for me, I think it's just like a work in progress. In It will never end, because
Hmm.
as you're going, like, we always have like different goal. Like, once you attain this goal, you will always have another goal, like, and you keep being successful, like, because we have all different goals, and once you achieve one goal, you keep going with, you set up another goal, and that's how it is. So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing now. So as long
Yeah.
as I'm going for one goal, I go to the next goal. So, and for me, it's success. Yeah.
Tim, let me add something really quick. The popular saying, uh, we've all at some point seen this on social media. If your vision doesn't scare you, is not big enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
um, when people come to me with their need of business plan, and I send them to Tim to write their
Hmm.
vision, and then to come because that vision is what gives me clarity to be
Right.
able to write the business plan. When I have that vision, then it keeps me going.
Right.
It helps me strategize.
Yes.
Every time I get stuck while writing that vision, that business plan, I go back to that vision and then it
Yes.
keeps me going. Like, okay, so in order to achieve this, we can do this, we can do this. What
Yes.
has people done before? What is the experience? What is out there that can help us achieve that vision? And when the vision is big enough, you will never attain or achieve that vision, but you will strive to excellence.
Yes.
You will
Come
get
on.
closer and closer.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. That's powerful. And kind of what Medea was saying, you first you create a building block of successful uh, patterns. You
Mhm.
create a foundation of success. And once you start hitting success after success after success, and you are marking those off, you're nailing them, you begin to create this energy.
Right.
You begin to create a successful vibration.
Right.
Right.
And when people see you, when people feel you, they don't know what it is, but it's like the first thing they feel is like, oh wow, I feel something. Well, it's success. It's that
Right.
energy because on the inside, you are progressively moving toward a worthy goal, and every step
Right.
closer creates a different perception about yourself, and then it creates a different perception of other people because it just shifts your whole mindset in a completely different realm. And so setting hard, writing them down and just being able to look back and see where you've come and to establish those milestones early is an amazing, just, it lifts you. And And I think that's why a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people sometimes, don't feel successful, and they have, low vibrations, they have low energy because they don't have a track record of success that they can look
Right.
back on.
Mm-hmm.
Or even don't have anything going on. And I always tell people, once you hear someone say, I'm bored, that person doesn't have anything going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let me shift to this, Medea. So since you are a relationship coach, what do you think about men with no vision? What do you
Oh,
think?
what do I think about men with no vision?
Yeah, how would you coach a young lady who is talking about this guy, and she's telling you, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't strive for anything, he doesn't have a vision, he doesn't have any goals, but I like him, he's so cute.
Okay, my my first question to her will be, why are you dating him? Because that person doesn't have any goal. Like, if that person doesn't have any vision, how can you follow someone who doesn't have any vision? Like, that person doesn't have any vision, like about career, like nothing going on, and you're gonna follow that person. Where is that person going? Because a vision is like a GPS. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you following a GPS. So if that person doesn't have a GPS, you're going somewhere with that person. Where is
You end up being lost.
you're gonna be lost with him. You both are gonna be lost. So if that person doesn't have any vision, no. I mean, I will tell her no. I mean, if that person does, the thing is, if that person doesn't have any vision, that person shouldn't even thinking about being in a relationship.
Mm.
They should even be thinking being in a relationship, because uh, being in a relationship is a work. Is a work. I would rather have a vision and then be in a relationship. Then I know where we're going. Because let's say if the girl has a vision, she has a purpose, and she's dating a guy who doesn't have a vision, doesn't have a purpose. What are we doing? We're doing nothing.
Mm.
She will end up by getting lost in her purpose, or not working on her purpose or something like that, and they're not going anywhere. So that's my point on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw you got hyped on that one. You was like, hold up.
That was very
Okay.
powerful.
That's good. So there must be then a vision for relationships.
Yes, like even if like for the relationship, like the guy also, like, I mean, the girl or the guy, both they need to have a vision of the relationship. Okay, if you're going out, like, where are where are we going with the relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Mm-hmm.
are we just dating for fun, or are we just dating for something else? Like, we
Mm-hmm.
need to have like both vision in relationship, and like a global vision for life, like where we going.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Excellent. So I'm gonna steer that back. So let's talk about, so it's pretty powerful. There's different types of goals.
Right.
And let's touch on that, because I don't think people really understand that there's different types of goals. Like, for example, there's a type A goal, and that's what you already know how to do or you have already done. And I think part of that, in relationships and everything that we're doing, we can sometimes tend to be fearful in our goal setting, and we set goals that are very comfortable. I've done that already. I know how to do it. I've experienced it. So we spend time setting comfortable goals that don't advance us. They don't cause us to
Mhm.
stretch. That's what type A goals. But then there's also type B goals, which is what you think you can do. So now again, you setting goals around what you already know or what you already believe, which still doesn't advance you. But then you type C goals, which is goals that you don't know how to do, you've never done before, and they scare the heck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the goals that we should really be setting, because that causes growth, that causes advancement, that causes us to stretch to the next level, another level,
Mm-hmm.
leveling up.
Right.
And so I, we really have to think about that in terms of goal setting so that we can really go, because we might, understand at that point why we're not growing. I'm setting goals, but my life is not changing. I'm setting goals, but I'm not excited about my goals.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you have never done before, that's exciting. I know that's for me. When I set goals that seem amazing, but they're exciting. Oh man, I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go after it because I've never done it before. It's brand new, and so that kind of shifts my perspective on goal setting.
Mm.
So question then around that: when was the first time, Medea, that you set a goal that was scary? Do you remember when that was?
Oh,
The first
okay.
time you set a goal that you felt was impossible, but you wanted to go after it.
Yes, yes. So, okay. So I'm gonna start by this. Like, there was a period of my life I was like really struggling, and I was like so stuck. I didn't even know what to do. So what I did, I created my vision, because I woke up one day and I was like, "This is not a life I'm living." Um, that's what I told myself. I'm like, "This is not a life that I'm living." And I didn't have anything going around you, so I will just go to work. I will keep up. I will pick up my son from daycare, and we're gonna come home, and we're gonna eat and sleep. So that was basically how my day was going at that time when I was struggling and when I was stuck. And when I decided to, and I wake up one day, I'm like, I'm gonna create my own vision, and I'm gonna do something about it. And then I created my vision, and I started writing my business plan. So when I started writing my business plan, it was quite difficult for me, but what I did, like, I laid down the plan, everything, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna start by the part one. Like, I set up the plan, like, I'm gonna go step by step. That's what I told myself. And
Mm-hmm.
also, the goal that I set up to was to get into the gym, to start going to the gym. And I did that. And it was not easy, but I started by going to the gym like once a week. That was my goal. Um, I'm sorry. My goal was to get to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week. But how I started like step by step. I started by going once a week, twice a week, and then 3 times a week. So, and then I it was kind of like difficult for me. It was at that time, it was really difficult for me with my son and everything. But um I did achieve that goal though. I'm not gonna say achieve it. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. I didn't achieve it, but I'm still working on it. And for my business plan, I'm also still working on it. So it's quite like a struggle, but I have to keep going. It's
Right.
difficult, but every day that I wake up every day, I know that I have something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what is keeping me going. I know that I have something to do. I know I have a goal to achieve. So yes, so that's
Right.
pretty much my story.
No, and that's excellent. And that's the reality of it. Kind of like was saying, we're just being authentic. You you don't always nail and hit your goal, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
progressive
Right.
realization
Mhm.
of a worthy goal. And that's where
Mm-hmm.
we're building a successful lifestyle. We're building a successful mindset.
Right.
And that's what we really have. And when you have a successful mindset, that changes everything. That changes your
Mm-hmm.
perspective. That changes how you act. That changes how
That's
you
true.
treat people.
Mm-hmm.
It changes everything because you feel
Right.
good about yourself. Your
That's
self
true.
perception is I'm doing something with
Right.
my life.
Right.
Versus
That's
you can hear people say, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Well, that's because you don't have any goals. So want to turn now to if there's anybody online who is watching, go ahead and say something in the comments, something that you've heard. Let us know that you are here. Um, you know, just do you set goals? Who's online that actually sets goals? Type in I set goals or type in goals if you are a person who sets goals. Type in goals. We want to hear from you online. Let us know where you at, what's going on in your mind. So I set goals. So while we're doing that, while we're waiting for some people to type things in, if they're on, why don't you both, Deborah, go back to and tell the new listeners what you do again. Deborah.
Okay. Hey, so my name is Deborah. You can see my name on the screen, Deborah Dogba. I'm a global influencer. I'm a business consultant. I consult with entrepreneurs. I consult with small and medium businesses. What I do is to help them have a strategic planning. I help them write the business plan. I help them have a marketing strategy in order to grow their sales, in order to have an operation in place to better operate their businesses. I help them design a process, and it all aligns with what we are talking about here, the vision and goal setting. When you have a business or you have an idea for startups, for entrepreneurs, you have an idea, how do you transform that idea into a business? You need to have clarity of what you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to accomplish. And that's when the vision comes into play. Once you have the vision, what are some of the ways to achieve that vision? That's the business plan. You come up with the human resources. How do I manage um, my business, my finances? What are some of the products or services that I need to have in place in order to accomplish that vision? So that's what I help entrepreneurs with. That's what I help businesses with. Now, let's say there is an established business. They're struggling. All of a sudden, they're not selling anymore. All of a sudden, the employees are quitting all the time. There is a
Mm-hmm.
problem. So I come in and I do an assessment, a business assessment. I sit with some of the employees to see, hey, what happened? What is it that is not functioning well? Why is it that you guys are not selling? Why is it that people are quitting? Like, what is the problem? Then, once I'm able to work with the business, the owners, the employees, and I observe, I do my assessment, we come up with a strategic plan, an action plan on how to solve that problem. So it all goes back to that goal setting and the vision. And most of the time, what I observe is that it's because people are getting away from that vision that they have in place to begin with. So how do you get back to that vision? Do you align your operations, your process, your everything with that vision? And
You come
that's
back and talk to
what
me.
I do. Come back and talk to team, and also um, we also provide training on how to align the vision to the employee vision, when and we have a program where we help people, companies, organization, businesses with employee retention, employee accountability, and employee ownership, emotional intelligence.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, those are
Oh,
some of the things that we do.
all right. Excellent. Let's go back to those who are watching. And if you're watching, I see you said goals. Let me ask you this. Um, what was right in the last goal that you made and set that scared you? What is the last goal that you set that scared you? And let's just be authentic here. When's the last time you set a goal that scared you? Are you setting safe goals or are you setting scary goals? Let's see who's out there. What do you got? Safe or scary? Type in safe or scary. You type safe goals or you got scary goals. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Um, this is very good. Medea, I wanted to ask you because again, you are relationship coach. Yeah, I'm all on you. I'm all on you.
Okay.
Yep. So, what would you say to a man? I know you are about helping women,
Right.
but if a man came to you and said he had this young lady that he was interested in, and you were able to tell that he didn't have a vision,
Mm-hmm.
didn't have any goals, how would you help him?
Okay.
Yeah. How
How
would
will
you
I
help
help
a man?
him?
What would you do?
Oh, okay. Um, okay. What I will do, I will ask him if I mean, like setting up if he doesn't have any vision. Like I always tell people, you don't like your vision doesn't have to be like opening a business or like your vision can be like get a promotion at work. Like I mean, those are kind of goals people can also set up because not everybody want to open a business or something like that. Like he need to have like something going on. Like what I will tell him, I will tell
That's
him
what I want to know. What would you tell him? Don't futz. I want to hear you what you gonna say.
I will tell him to have a vision in life. Like if he had like I will tell him what did he like to do, what like when he was what did he want to do with his life if he doesn't have anything going on right now, because he
Mm-hmm.
cannot keep that going on um like that. Like he needs to have like something going on. I will tell him to go get like to think about it, to take like to really think about it. He can create his own vision,
Right.
and once
Right.
he creates his own vision, then he can follow through.
Okay.
And
So
if I may add something,
mhm,
even when that guy comes to you that they
mhm,
want to date this particular girl, like the question that comes to my mind is, okay, so what are you trying to accomplish dating that girl
mhm.
to
Okay,
get
yeah,
them to start talking?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I mean, that's something most people don't think about because first you want to date that person because they're pretty, they're beautiful, and you like
yep,
them, or you're attracted to um the look, or um I mean, most of the times they don't process that thought, like they don't think
right.
um outside of the box. Like when you ask him, so what are you trying to accomplish by dating that person? It gets them thinking. So once you're able to talk to the girl and you guys start dating, is that it? Like what comes after that? What I mean, if they don't have, that's why it's very important when Tim said, even couples, even in relationship, you need to have a vision.
All right.
Otherwise, if you achieve that simple goal to date that person, then
What would be
your
the
life, your life becomes boring. You
Yeah,
know
what
what
will be
next?
the next step? Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
I want to kind of expound on something which is pretty powerful. And Deborah, you probably could attest to this, but when you set something out to 5 years, the momentum is only going to go out to 5 years. And so that's the way things work. And so when your goal or your vision isn't big enough, say you have a 5-year plan, which is a lot of people talk about, oh, I got a 5-year plan. And, they believe they're really doing something huge. Some people a 90-day or a year. But understanding that the world is energy and the laws of the universe are all set around our thought. And the force that we have is basically momentum. We apply our thought, or momentum is applied to our thought. So if our thought only goes out to 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
at year 3, things are going to start slowing down
Mm-hmm.
according to the law. And the
Right.
law was I got 5 years of planning.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand that you have to set your vision so big that you
Right.
never lose momentum. And so that's what a lot of times people, run into. They never set anything big enough. So they're constantly resetting,
Mm-hmm.
resetting goals continuously, and they're wore out by the goal setting activity because
Right.
they have a vision that's far enough into the future that they're really
Mm-hmm.
striving for anything. And that's the power. It's like you have a cap, a
Mm-hmm.
limited, a limitation in your mind, and so you can only see the 5 years. So you're going to
Right.
momentum is just going to slow you down, and now year 4.5, 5, you stop, and
And
now go ahead.
what I usually tell people, since entrepreneurship focused, business focused, what I usually do is strive to be the number one in your niche. And this is what happens. If today you're number one in whatever you're doing, in your business, in your industry, you're number one. In 2 years, people are going to copy your business model. Within 6 months, they're going to copy whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
And human nature demands that when something is new in town, everybody goes to whatever is new in town.
Mm-hmm.
You're no longer number one. So what do? When you go back to your vision says, I'm going to be number one on this
No.
planet doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps you going, diversify, improve your product, improve your services to become that number one. It's a never ending process because of your vision, how big your vision is. It's simple. I want to be number one in hair braiding.
But it's something though. People are afraid to say they want to be the best. They're afraid to
Mm-hmm.
say that they want to be number one. It's a scary thing because
Right.
it doesn't feel achievable. They don't see it. That
Mm-hmm.
perception of their abilities, that perception of what they're capable of doing says,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, I don't want to be number one. Even like when I'm doing vision statements, I ask them, like, so what do you want to be? You want to be just local? Well, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
just want to be local. And I'm like, so you just want to stop there? Well, yeah, I want to do more than that, but I just want to, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to be global or not? And then they're like, yeah, I guess I do want to be global. Okay, that's all. We don't want to know, well, I don't think I can do it and it doesn't make sense and I don't know how. No one asked you that. What
Mm-hmm.
you want? That's the key. And even
Mm-hmm.
when in terms of your own personal life, not just entrepreneurship,
Right. Mm-hmm.
how good do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
How excellent do you want to be at work?
Right.
How excellent of a spouse do you be? How excellent of a fiance? How excellent of a father? What's the vision that you have? And then again, set the goals around that. How cute do you want to be? You want an hourglass? What you want? You know, what you want?
Right.
Anyway, who do we have online? Anyone? I see Lisa said she is continuously setting goals. Her last big personal goal was to lose 30 pounds by September 2019. I lost 26, so I'm still working on it. Woohoo! Go,
Good
Lisa.
job.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, woo, woo, woo.
Um,
All right. And so, all right. So we got Rich Garcia said he has a scary goal and he wants to move to another state. He want to move to Virginia. So yeah, that, shout out to Richard for even being bold enough to set that goal.
yeah.
Look, moving to another state for a lot of people is huge. And look at y'all moved to another country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is foreign, the culture, the food, the weather. Oh my God. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy, I'm telling you.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. So that's good. That's good. So we're gonna it's been an hour.
Oh,
We have another session tomorrow for those who are watching. Completely different group of people, another set of perspectives. So we're going to get into this again. Medea, tell the folks who you are again.
okay. So my name is Medea, and I'm a business analyst. I'm a business consultant, and I'm a fitness coach. I teach mixed fit at Genesis. So, and also I am a life and dating coach. Um, Basically, my business, what my business does, I help businesses level up in life. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I help businesses.
She's all about leveling up.
She's going to
That's
whole
not
new
what
level everywhere.
Okay, I help businesses level up in all aspects, and I also help women. Like I help people, everybody, but mostly, specifically women, to level up in life. If you have a fitness goal, I can help you with that. If you have like relationship goal, dating goal, whatever you need, I can help you with that. So that's what I do. And okay, yeah, that's what I do. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Deborah,
Yes.
tell us what
Oh,
you do.
I'm a business consultant. So, what I do is to bring solutions to businesses, entrepreneurs to change their ideas into an actual business. I help them from start to finish, the entire process. I help them write business plans. I help them have a strategy in place for marketing, for growth. I help them also obtain loan. If you need fundraising, I help you through the process. If you need to um, develop a program, if you need changes in your business, if you need to design a process for your business, I help with all of that. In a
Excellent.
nutshell, I bring
In a nutshell.
solutions to business owners, I bring solutions to individuals, whether it is personal development, business growth, I'm here to help.
Come on now. Come on now. Say that. All right. And of course, you all know me. I am the vision master, vision writer, visionary,
Woohoo!
the clarity doctor, the visionary. I help people clarify their vision, dealing specifically with perspective and perception. If there's any blockage, if you can't see, we're going to remove the blinders so you can see it. Because if you see it, then you can go achieve it and you can
Right.
go after it. So the issue is just you can't see it. And so when people can't see, they don't do anything. So I'm going to help you see it. Put your glasses on, clean those
Mm-hmm.
lenses.
Right.
All right. So I'm excited. Thank you all for joining. We're going to do this tomorrow
Thank
again at 8 p.m.
You
Another group
know,
of
Do you mind? I have a comment here. It's from Dina. Dina, she is watching right here. Dina, hi. She said success for her is being happy. Happiness on a daily basis can get you through setting new goals and achieving them.
Thank you. And I
Thank
want
you so much, Dina.
so I want to ask Gina one question. I want to ask her what would make her happy.
Dina, are you there?
So I don't know if she's there, but she said success is happiness, which is so huge and so broad. I would
Mm-hmm.
lose my mind. So I'm like, I want to know what makes her happy. How does she
Yeah,
define that?
that's what I said previously. Is like everyone has a different perspective of success. So that's her success. So
No, I mean, what is happiness? How do you know when you hit it? Is what I'm
right.
saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's fine, but when do you know that you can check that off?
Of right.
You
Okay.
know, when do you arrive there? So that's all. What would that look like? I'm happy today because I
Because
had pancakes for breakfast.
to be happy, something like that.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like for example, happy could be I had pancakes for breakfast. And if she could have pancakes for breakfast every day, that makes her
Right.
happy. But you want to identify
Right.
in best, in specifics, what it
Yes.
is that will make you happy. Then you go.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
Hmm.
can cross
Right.
it off.
Right.
So
Well, she hasn't
You haven't.
replied yet. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm actually doing a watch party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So I have a lot of people connected here
Oh,
making
Excellent.
comments
Okay.
and asking questions.
oh, okay.
Excellent. So yes, stay tuned tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. Another group of people. We're going to have some fun. Thank you for joining and talk to you soon. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.